1 2 1 2 1. One, two, 1 2 1 2. Hopefully everybody's feeling well. Excited to be here with you guys today. About to go ahead and get this class started. If you have not joined the 60-day accelerator program, make sure you send me a direct message. We do have 2 slots available left for the 60-day accelerator program. So if you want access into that 60-day accelerator program, what's going on? What's going on? Let's go ahead and get this party started. So if you did miss the 60-day accelerator program announcement, we'll make sure that you know about it today. I have a couple people that's inquiring but haven't all the way committed yet, so we still do have 2 slots left. So these are pretty much the private small group accelerator. So first 30 days, plus you get the May and June full introduction into live trading as well as my accelerated foundation. So if you know you've been struggling with consistency, you definitely should join that 60-day accelerator, man. I'm going to tell you guys this right now. It is going to be highly intensive. Live trading, live class schedule, everything that you want, building your watch list, finding your setups, learning timing, managing emotion, understanding why stocks move, and becoming independent. That's going to be the main thing, being an independent trader. You want to be able to be independent in the moves that you make. I see it. I just posted a video this morning. One of the top questions that I get asked anytime that I come onto a Zoom, when should I take profit? These are never questions that you should ask anybody when you're getting into positions. You should never be asking, when do I get out? 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 And that's the main thing that I need to stress with you guys. It's because a lot of people don't have that education. They're always asking the questions. When do I do this? When do I do that? When do I do this? When do I do that? And that's what the 60-day accelerator is going to solve for you. So for all my people that are trying to become self-sufficient and not rely on people for entries and exits 24/7, but instead you come and you listen to the information, and we're at the close of the month. And just think about this. If more people actually sat back and actually took the information serious instead of waiting on somebody to tell them what to do all the time, they would be in a lot better spot. But since people keep insisting on waiting on somebody to tell them what to do 24/7, that's why they're in the same position they've been in. So the 60-day accelerator is for people that are serious about, once again, making sure that they know the information and are able to highly execute upon it. So that's what the 60-day accelerator program is based about. And that's exactly who it's for. So for all my people that are following me here on YouTube, let me go ahead and drop that link for you guys, so my YouTube people can come in and join me. Let me drop that link real quick. And if you're not following the YouTube already, you want to make sure you are, so you stay abreast of everything that's going on. So YouTube, we are here live on YouTube this morning. So hopefully everybody can enjoy this session. Yes, a good amount of corporate earnings yesterday. So let's kind of run down and run through those. The futures are up about 155 points on the NASDAQ right now. You as well have NVIDIA, which did make a new all-time high a couple of days ago. Let's take a look at Meta Platforms after hours first. Meta is down about $62. So you got a little bit of a discount creeping in on Meta. So a short-term drop. Let's actually break this drop down. And think, what was that? That was just last month. Yep. Meta was down here too. So it's at a huge support zone. It bounced off of 525. So Meta never broke this diagonal trend line. I'll show you here on the daily. So Meta purely rejected right here at 690. So price ended up coming here downward, and that's what you see on META. So with price coming here to the downside, you're now looking at Meta having room to actually break a little bit further down all the way to maybe about 580 underneath this 601. The QQQ did make a new all-time high after hours. So yeah, Meta did pull down. Let's talk about METU real quick. Where do you want to pick up METU? It's currently at $24. Hey, that thing gets down to 15 to 20 again. That's exactly where you want to buy. So METU, 15 to 20, put that down on your notes. And this is something I want to speak to. A lot of times people ask me for prices and it's like, yo, I say the same prices over and over again. You got to be taking notes and putting this information down. That's another problem that people have, not taking notes. So when things do occur and do happen, you have no wherewithal to know what's going on because you didn't take the notes and jot it down. So METU, 15 to 20 bucks. It's at 24. Very likely could continue to maybe pull back a little bit more. So we'll see. We'll see. But that's where you want to be a buyer at, particularly with Meta. METU. Those are my thoughts on it. 15 to 20. Of course, Robinhood reported yesterday, just to kind of reiterate some things, man. Put these levels down. That 40 to 55 area is currently at 71. You also have, what is it? HOOG, the 2X levered ETF of Hood. So currently a drop. Hood, HOOG pulled back, of course, from $130, currently at 16. The sweet spot, put these levels down. This is HOOG. Want you to put down 8 to 10 bucks. That's where you want to pick up this 2X levered ETF on Robinhood. Robinhood, you want to pick the name up in between $40 to $55 based upon the business's valuation. So that goes for Robinhood, HOOD. You want to pick that thing up right there at the price to earnings ratio will be down there a little bit below 20 if we were to get in that $40 range. So long-term investing, it's about what price you pay. Always is. So it's always about the price that you pay, long-term investing wise. So do not get caught up overpaying on these investments in the short term. So just my, initial thoughts for you guys. So yeah. Yeah. So that's my thoughts on that. Let's talk about AMZ and Amazon. Take a look at them this morning. Amazon's at 270. So let me go to my Discord real quick. Once again, that private accelerator program, 60 days. We only have 2 slots left. So please go ahead and take advantage of it. 2 slots left. 2026 stock and options playbook. Robinhood ended up hitting a 70 ideal buy price. So notice that was back in last year. We talked about that price coming down there. Broadcom still got that target. CrowdStrike, we still be looking for CrowdStrike to take a move up. Ideal buy zone. Marvel. Oh man, we just showing it off a little bit today. Maybe a little bragging. But let's talk about this. Amazon, 280 to 290, long calls and shares. What did I attribute that Amazon would actually get up to? Cost cutting and efficiency tailwinds, strong long-term growth outlook, excuse me. So look at Marvel right here, right? Well exceeded this price target, gave this, and this is why it's always good to understand, but this is why we prep. Notice the date, the first date that I dropped right there. So yeah, this right here, that was the second half. So we did the stock and options playbook right here. So you had a PDF and you had a Zoom overview, right? So within the first quarter of the year, there's been a lot of things that have taken place. And this is why I say it's proof within the pudding. How you prepare for something is how you're going to play. So how you prepare is how you are going to play. So if you don't prepare the right way, you're not going to play well. First quarter of the year, so you got to play well. Things that have taken place. And this is why I say it's proof within the pudding. How, there we go. So how you prepare is how you're gonna play. So you see that the 2026 playbook class makes a ton of sense. Done some good stuff there. So you gotta play the right way. You gotta play the right way. So HOOD and you got HOOG. Once again, $8 to $10. Robinhood, $40 to $45. So those are my thoughts there. Next one, let's go to Google. They reported yesterday. Google right here. You can see up after hours. Google smashed through earnings, so up another $26 after hours. Hold on 1 second. Go back to that real quick. Okay. Which one was on? No, it wasn't on that one. 2026 stock and options playbook. There we go. Hold it up. Let's see. Oh, Google, yes, Google was on here. Another one. 370 to 390 price target. Call options, expiration June or September of 2026. Momentum continuation expected. So Google just hit our price target. So what should you be doing today? You know, if you're still locked in on a couple of those options, you should be taking profit off the board. We hit our targets for the year on Google. So Google 376 here this morning. They're well on their way to breaking over $400 a share. So another amazing report. Shout out to Google on that. So really good. So you have Meta, which slid. You got Amazon, which went up a little bit. Google, which shot. So some good stuff. And then, of course, you have MSFT, Microsoft, which reported as well yesterday, which popped a little bit after hours, but it came down and turned back negative. You do have MSFU, which I'll show you here. Microsoft is only negative about $8, but it's actually still within this bull flag pattern. So once you can break over this solidly, cleanly break over 430, I think you'll see a little bit more of a move upward. But this is actually pretty good. So you do have MSFU, which is at 28. You could put this down. The spot that you want to actually go ahead and get MSFU is actually in between 15 as well to 20. So that's going to be the spot you want to pick up MSFU at. So METU and MSFU, those are the two spots that you want to pick up both of those names long term at. So today, of course, really good showing. You also have this morning, which is April 30th. You heard from the big guy himself. You heard from Caterpillar, which is why your Dow Jones Industrial Average is up. So Caterpillar actually reported, hold on, let me pull their financial results up. They're up about 50 points. So Caterpillar continues to surge. Shout out to Caterpillar for producing another strong quarter. They were supposed to report last Thursday morning, but they ended up reporting this Thursday morning. So if you are looking at CAT, you know, they just came in with their first quarter numbers. METU 15 to 20. This is why I say, please take notes. Listen, guys, $15 to $20 for METU. Please take these notes down. We never want to be in a situation where something happens and you don't have the education as to knowing what took place. So I know there's a lot of people that always are asking, what price should I get in? What price should I get out? This is why it's very important to have the education. You need the education. A lot of people lack education, and that's why they're in the position that they're in, because they don't know what's happening. It's very easy to come on these platforms and ask people for prices, etc. It's harder to do the work. What we want to make sure is that you know what you're putting your money into, you know where you're buying, and you know where your exit strategy should be at, right? Your exit targets should be at. So for any position that you're getting in, you should always have some sort of predefined exit as well as, of course, entry, right? That's for any options trade that you're taking. Long-term investment, we want to make sure you're good on that as well too. All right. So CrowdStrike, which currently right now is here at $450. CrowdStrike will be reported their quarterly earnings on June 9th. Currently at 114 billion in market cap. Currently trading here. This is one crowd, of course. Cybersecurity stocks. Keep your eyes on these things the next 3 weeks. We're about to obviously be in May. Tomorrow's May 1st. So Zscaler, some of the other cybersecurity names will be getting ready to come around the door pretty soon. Of course, we got NVIDIA will be reporting as well earnings in the month of May. So do keep these on your list. Watch these names potentially have some key reversals there to the upside. You got Zscaler, which has a falling wedge on the weekly time frame. And then as well, watch this 475. Currently, I am long some CrowdStrike calls, some CRWD calls. I am long on CrowdStrike. So do make sure, give this position some time to develop. I can't say it's going to take off tomorrow, but I do think when it does take off, you obviously want to be in it. So do be looking at this name to the upside. We do have a class for all my students at 9. They'll start a little bit after 9:15 today. We have some people that are coming in person with me that's going to be getting this work. Some people on the way. So I'm about to get prepped for that. It's right here at about 8 o'clock. So those are just kind of some of the things, obviously, in a pre-market that we have. Let's take a look at the economic calendar. Let's see. There we go. We are at 8:30 today, going to get the PCE numbers. So that's the core inflation indicator. This is the last day of the month. So on today's class, I am going to do student of the month for April, right? We got a couple students of the month, so make sure you tap in for that. We do have the PCE numbers, which come out in about 30 minutes here. So that's a key inflation indicator. Of course, you do have the initial jobless claims. And then as well, you do have first quarter GDP, as well as personal income and personal spending for the month of March. So there are a ton of economic reports that come out today. Obviously, this is the close of the month. So a lot of good stuff that'll be coming out. Next week will be employment week. So keep that in mind. Next week, we will be out on the West Coast for employment week. So yeah, that's just initially my thoughts. Very solid week so far. Has some good breakouts. Shout out to just a couple tickers this morning. AMD is actually they came down a little bit. So they were actually trying to make a new 52-week high. I thought they would do so. In the pre-market, they attempted to, but weren't successful in doing so. Also, shout out to SNBK getting over $1,100 here. Shout out to Marvel for a nice recovery. Shout out as well to ANET up after hours, as well as MU is officially over $500 a share. Amazon, like we said, hit 270. Meta is down $61 today. So keep your eyes on that 606. If you break underneath 606, you can go back to about 590. So that is pretty much all, like I said, all the notes for today so far. If you're inside the community, make sure you're on the Zoom at post 9:15. And if you're not inside the community and you would like to join today, make sure you send a direct message. If you want access into that 60-day accelerator program, make sure you send a message today. There's 2 slots left and there's like 2 people inquiring right now. So if you want to get in, I would suggest you get in now. Get in that 60-day accelerator. We start on May 4th, which is next Monday, and we run all the way until the first week of July. So we start from May 4th, and we run all the way there up until July. So appreciate y'all for your time. Thank you guys very much for being here, and I will see you guys on the Zoom for those inside the community. And watch the PCE numbers at 8:30 today. Thank y'all for your time. See you guys soon. Peace.